Hey Cynthia, so we're kicking this off with a snatch EMOM. The first thing I'm noticing here is that, let me turn the audio off. You can see your arms start to bend before you make contact. It's kind of difficult to catch the frame, but like essentially you're like starting to pull your elbows up before you've actually made contact with the bar. Okay, so like you need to focus on keeping your arms straight and using your lats to squeeze the bar back into your hips instead of like starting to pull the elbows up before you've actually finished like the extension phase. Maybe that's why you sometimes feel like you're not getting extension. Like your hips always extend all the way, but maybe sometimes you just like pull the bar away from your hip before you made contact. It was still pretty decent. You said not so great, but you've been doing a better job of keeping the bar close to you recently, which is great to see. These are pretty good. I already watched like this week's snatch EMOM, and they look pretty good as well. Um, like good technically. You can. I'll talk about it when we get there. Great joke. Well done. Apparently, I power them when I start getting tired. Weird. I think the real reason you got that high was because it was a little bit in front. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. You're slightly leaning forward in the torso of that one. Um, so, like, you're generally speaking, when someone gets tired and starts doing powers, it can mean that they're technically poor, but that's not true in your case. It can also mean that their pull is a lot stronger than their squat. That's a much better jerk, like much more upright. Other than snatch deadlift. So yeah, the purpose of this: learn to keep the bar close with the lats, strengthen at the back. Good. Let's just hold it at the top a little longer, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Like add an extra second to that hold at the top, just because we're really trying to emphasize like that lat strength and pulling the bar back into you. These ended up being mostly floating snatch deadlift. Trying it to bounce. I don't know what you mean. Let's watch the video. Probably trying not to bounce. Oh yeah, when I say don't bounce the weight on the floor, I mean reset every time, like you're doing the first rep of the set. Got some push press here, if it loads. Good. Yeah, no issues there. Well done. Let's watch the last set, see if you drop off at all. Good. Check out some squats now. I don't like how these elbows come so far back at the top. Like, they're all the way back here. So what you got to do is instead just push them this way a little bit so they're under the bar. The value of that is that it helps you to keep your thoracic spine extended. The more you pull your elbows up, the more you're gonna be likely to round your back. So heavy, 75%. Easy first rep. 2. You could definitely take a big... You're breathing into your chest a lot. Try and get more air into your belly. Imagine trying to break that belt open with your abs. Try and like pop the Velcro on it. It's good. Don't shift your weight back. Stay in the middle of your foot. Keep those knees forward as you stand. Yeah, they look about right. They're not too bad. I've seen harder squats. Pendlet rows. I feel like I'm using my hips on these. Nah, you're fine. That's an acceptable amount of sort of body English for a row. Power snatch, overhead squat. That overhead squat just look very rushed. Like you try to go down too quickly and then you ended up leaning forward. Better. I want to hear the sound. Yeah, good. Good. Powers felt inconsistent. Nothing wrong with that. Power cleaning, these feel pretty good. Good. Yeah, they are pretty good. You'd use your lats a little bit more. There's a bit of space between. That one's better. Yeah, middle one, there's a bit of space between the bar and your upper thigh. Just squeeze the bar back into your thigh. Pretty good overall. Halsey deadlift, are these right? Excuse me. Yes, they are. No, you're staying on the floor, good. 1,000, 2,000. Hold just the same as the snatch deadlift. Hold for an extra second. But yeah, they're correct. And that will correct what I was just talking about in the power clean about like the bar needing to be closer to you. We talked a little about merch. Best one of the day. I like my extension in this one. Excellent snatch, well done. Yeah, I already watched these. Yeah, pretty convincing, mate. I can't tell you why you clocked the middle one. Side lift. Am I imagining it, or is your back getting more horizontal as the day goes on? Can you see what I'm talking about? You're almost parallel to the ground here. So you've got to get that chest up more. For some reason it freaks out if I try and pause it right at the start of the video. Like how can you push with your legs when your hips are that high, right? My feeling is the reason you like that high hip position is because it encourages you to engage your lats off the floor, because your shoulders are so far in front of the bar, you have to sweep it in with your lats. And so if you start a bit lower and then just make the lat activation intentional, it'll like allow you to have the lats engaged without having to change your position entirely to do it. With the shoulders that far in front, it's going to be much harder for you to push with your legs. Yeah, the one thing I have to say about this miss is you have to move out the way of the bar, right? Looks like it's going to be a mate. Oh, let's give out. So this is the point, right? Where you need to push your legs down into the floor so that you can jump out this way, and then the bar won't hit you. But because you just stay there and take it, it hits you in the back. Okay. So if there's a heavy object coming towards you, move. And there's plenty of time to do it, like if you watch the video back in real time. So yeah, like I think you're preferring that like high hip start position because it feels good. But if you drop your hips, but then like just consciously engage your lats, you'll still get everything that's good about that, but you'll actually be able to like push off the floor instead of pulling. When you miss behind, move out the way. That last miss as well, like your arms just gave out. I think we need to do some. We are slowly building up the push press, which will like redevelop that upper body strength. Seems like your leg strength is fine, but your overhead is where you're lacking right now. So we'll keep building up that push press week by week. Once that gets back to where it is, then the snatches will start going through your arms. Cleans are solid right now. Back foot's quite far back, creates that like forward angle of the torso in the split. Yeah. If you put the back foot closer, bend your knee, your torso will be upright, you'll feel way more stable. There's a limit to how much I can see from this angle. Overall, your turnover looks good, and you're just struggling with your like overhead position. It is interesting to see from the front, like your pull, your feet are quite wide. It's not necessarily wrong though. Like it seems to be working for you. Um, so, let's keep that there for now. See the arms start to go here. So just a little bit early. But yeah, I think a little bit more upper body strength would go a long way in your snatches. Just so you can make them stick. In your clean and jerks, what I like is that your torso generally is quite upright. I know your cleans are looking pretty easy at the moment, so. Nice. What's your nutrition like at the moment? Your legs look strong. I feel like you're eating properly, which is good. Yeah, your legs look really strong, which is great. Upper body strength needs a little bit of work. You need to be less stubborn about that start position. Drop your hips a tiny bit, squeeze the bar in. But overall, pretty good week training.